last night, the Bourne Braves defeated the Wareham Gatemen behind a really nice performance from the player of the game, Chase Murray. He went 2 for 5, 3 RBIs, and the Braves get another win. 10 wins now on the season. Chase, you went 2 for 5, though. 3 runs batted in a game that was a low-scoring game. What was the key to your big night?
I'd have to say that the pitchers just making mistakes, leaving balls up in the zone. I just took advantage.
And then there's an expression on this team that a lot of people like, get the head out. And I was told by Spencer Brickhouse I had to ask you how you were able to do that tonight.
It's just getting the head out. I mean, you hear guys in the dugout, that's the first thing that they say when you get up to the plate, when there's a situational hitting opportunity, is get the head out in front and get the job done.
And Spencer Horwitz was yelling at you during your at-bats, have a hit. Did you know that, and is that why you had your 2 hits?
I see. Spencer might have been yelling that. I'm not a fan of that one. I like the get the head out. That's the best one.
So Chase Murray believes in getting the head out. He did that twice tonight. 3 RBIs, though. Braves win this one 5-3. More Tomahawk talk on the way. The Bourne Braves on this night defeated the Wareham Gatemen by a final score of 5-3. Right now for some more Tomahawk talk, I'm joined by Blaine McCormick and Alexander Moore. I'm your host, Rob Werner. Blaine, Jared DiCesare, the starting pitcher for the Braves tonight, had another great outing. 7 innings, the most any starter for the Braves have had this year. What's been the key for him so far?
I think it's just locating his pitches, and we know that he's a strikeout kind of guy, but he didn't have too many strikeouts on the ledger for him today, but it didn't really seem to matter. He was just pitching to contact really well, those groundouts, those flyouts, and it was a busy day at shortstop for Tyler Fitzgerald, but he did great in the field as well. But for Jared, it's just locating pitches and able to get those 1-2, the 2-2 counts, and able to deliver on it, and that's exactly what he's been doing, and I've been very impressed with him. Alex and I were actually talking about him on the broadcast possibly being the new ace of this pitching staff, because it's still fairly new in the season, it's still fairly young, and a lot of these pitchers are still finding their ground, but he's already summited.
And then, Alex, got to ask you about Alex Schillo. The guy extended his hitting streak tonight to 7 games, had a double in the second, came around to score. How big has he been to the Braves recently?
He has been massive. They were trying to find someone for that 3-hole position, because usually in the 3-hole, that's going to be your best hitter. But Jared Triolo, man, he has stepped up to the plate and done tremendously. He said 7-game hit streak. Like he said, 2 for 4, 3 runs, and a double. Without those 3 runs, Braves lose 3-2. So he was massive in this game. Also Chase Murray hitting him in. But yeah, coming in that 3-hole position, he has done a tremendous job for the Bourne Braves.
And in talking about Jared DiCesare and his big outing, it seemed like there was a chance the Braves weren't going to scratch many runs across the board tonight, but the middle of the lineup really helped get those runs across. How important was that in helping Jared get through the final innings?
You always need some run support for your pitchers, and especially when DiCesare notices that he has those run support, he just gets even more locked in. It seems like he's got the lead and he goes, all right, well, this is game over for me. I'm just going to strike out these kids, even though we were talking only 2 strikeouts, but he used his defense to his advantage, and it's always really comforting for a starting pitcher to go out there with a run, with some leads.
All right, guys, player of the game time. Blaine, you go first.
I'm kind of going to be selfish on this one, but I'm going to do the pairing of Jared Triolo and Chase Murray. Jared Triolo reached base safely 3 times tonight off of a walk, a single, and a double. And then Murray sent him back in to score off of the 3 RBIs that he collected. So that pairing has been really effective for the Braves all season, and it really showed that the chemistry between those two has just been on fire.
So, Blaine, I see your 2, and I raise you Jared DiCesare. 3rd strong outing from this guy. He came in as a temporary ad for the Bourne Braves. Really has just been outstanding. Came into this game with an ERA below 1 and gave up 3 runs in 7 innings. I was really impressed the way he got through the final 2 innings. 5 very strong innings, but then he had some trouble in the 6th, a little bit in the 7th, but he got through it, and that was so impressive to me, was that he was able to get through 7 innings in one of these games when usually starting pitchers get pulled after 4, sometimes even 5 innings. So this was extra impressive to me that he could hang in there, that he could find the rhythm and get through the 7th inning.
Yeah, DiCesare was great, but I'm going to go with Greer Holston. I mean, the first time he had a save opportunity, and he delivered for them. He started off a little shaky, had a walk, and then he got it into the double play, and he just did a tremendous job coming out of the bullpen. Not usually in that position of the summer so far, but he took it in stride and got that 1-for-1 save opportunity.
And then I want to ask you, Blaine, you saw this team perform last year being here in the Cape. This team lost a really tough game yesterday to the Orleans Firebirds in a game they maybe think they should have won. How do you think they came back today with such a good mentality to get this ball game?
I mentioned it yesterday, but just putting it beside them, not worrying about the loss and taking that game into effect as a learning performance, as fireworks sound off here at Spillane Field. This was a sparking day for the Bourne Braves, just constantly hitting base hits, constantly getting on base, and they don't need the home run swings. They just need those base hits and those runs to come across, and that's exactly what they've been doing. And now they've improved to 10-8-1 on the season, and against a really, really good Wareham team. So this is an impressive outing. Another thing, and I'm kind of taking up a lot of time, but they've only had one loss against Western Division opponents. That's something to really smile about.
So the Braves get this win. They fight back. They fight back after that loss yesterday to the Orleans Firebirds. They get this win, 5-3 over the Wareham Gatemen in their Western Division, alongside Alexander Moore and Blaine McCormick. I'm Rob Werner. We'll see you tomorrow at Hyannis.